with South Georgia? Do you come down here?
Hunting Club in Millen.
Okay.
So that's about it.
I'm not sure where that is either.
Jenkins County.
Okay. I'm bad with direction. But you are from
Brazelton.
I called it wrong earlier. But you said that happens. People
Yes.
call it
All the time.
I called it Brazelton. I think. I don't even know. But you said it's up there around the Mall of Georgia?
Yes. Mall of Georgia, Jefferson.
Very cool. Very cool. So how long was your trip?
How long was the trip? 5 hours.
Wow.
This traffic was awesome.
Yeah,
So.
it happens, doesn't it? Going through around the Atlanta area. But it is wonderful to have you here today. I've been reading about you and talking since you've been in here, and your musical journey. A lot of people, they start playing, as an early teenager, sometimes teen. You didn't really get into playing and being an artist until a little bit later, right?
Right.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and growing up.
Growing up was fun, It was a lot easier back then.
Yeah.
But watched my dad play with his buddies on the back porch a lot, and kind of sparked an interest in it. Then after he ended up passing, I won't really decide, it's kind of what I wanted to do, and got down to it.
Yeah. That's so great to me that you watched him and his friends play, and I mean, to think that just seeing that kind of made you want to do this. That's really cool.
They were awesome.
That is
They're
really
pretty
cool. Very cool. So, did you grow up around music other than that?
My mom, and we used to ride around in her Grand Dam all the time with the windows down, just rocking out the Journey.
Yeah, you told me
about
that.
Top of our lungs, yeah. So.
What was your favorite Journey?
I don't know.
Don't know. It's hard to pick, isn't it?
It's tough.
Yeah, I like Faithfully, and
it's good.
Yeah, they're good. And I'm sure you have lots of people listening in today.
Yes, I do.
So we'll go ahead and give them a big shout out and a big hello. You said Louisiana,
Texas, Florida,
Philadelphia.
It's all over the place.
That's impressive. You sound like humble, like, yeah, that's pretty cool, but it is really cool, and we're glad to have you here today. So talk about, in high school, would people be surprised to know that this is what you do?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
High school, I wasn't the most friendly person, kind of, but now I am. I'm pretty friendly now.
Yeah.
So they'd be surprised, definitely.
Yeah.
Because in school I was like the rocker type, my black death metal shirt, or just pretty much making a scene,
And now you play country music.
Now I play country.
Yeah. Okay, so what is it about country music that you like?
The lyricism, which I feel is like dead in a lot of music nowadays. If it has a cool beat, pretty much people love it, but country music kind of stays true to itself. And lyrics mean a lot, with the songs, just the meaning that's coming across from the song. So that's what I really look for, and country is really the only genre that puts it out there like that.
Is country what you've always played?
I actually started playing rock, like in metal, and then just started dabbling in the country, I mean, my mom, she's from Decatur, but my dad's, country boy, just, so, him and his friends, I mean, that's what I grew up around, so, I have no other place to go, it's like my roots, kind of.
Yeah, that's cool. So, how did your music become what it is today? If you had to describe kind of where you pull your influences from?
It really depends on the mood I'm in, what I write, but some of it's a lot more mellow, like country sounding, and some of it's got more of an intense beat, depends on if I'm angry or not when I write it. So then you get the band with the distortion and guitars, and it just adds just depends.
Yeah.
Depends on my mood when I write it, what it ends up being.
Yeah. And I heard you sing, I got some videos. We have to give a shout out to Tony because he's here.
Yeah, Tony's awesome.
And Tony helps to bring a lot of artists our way. He's from the Atlanta area, so thank you, Tony. Tony also has made a really cool t-shirt that I love. I need one too. I don't even have a WTIF t-shirt. I've been on this station for years now. So he made a WTIF t-shirt, so I love it. Very cool stuff. But Tony sent me all of your stuff and showed me, and I was like, okay, cool. And got you down in here. But hearing you sing in person, and this doesn't mean anything, but what you look like and what you sound like is a lot different.
It's because I'm fat.
No,
nope.
no. You have a very country. I just didn't, you do look like a rocker guy, and then I told you, you would fit right in with 90s country, true country sound, and I just wasn't expecting that. I thought it was great. You have me blushing over here, I didn't mean that.
I'm just joking, I do that to everybody.
But, so, yeah, are people surprised when they hear you sing?
I don't know, they don't really tell me if they are. They say, they just like it, I guess.
Yeah.
So, But I mean, I do look kind of, because I got the rings and the earrings and all that, and then I sing and it sound like whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's whatever you think.
Yeah. You told me a little bit about your first experience on the stage. Can you tell our listeners about that?
My friend Billy McDaniel in Jefferson was starting a band, and he asked me to play lead for him, so I, did pretty much. We ended up opening up for Brantley Gilbert at Mike's Down Under in Jefferson. That was a pretty intense moment.
That was your first show?
Yes.
Ever?
Yes.
Now that's pretty intimidating.
It is very intimidating.
So what was it like being up there?
I stood there like a rock the whole time, just strummed my guitar, pretty much.
So you did the job, I guess.
I did the job, but I wasn't there. My stage presence was lacking that day.
Gosh. So how old do you think you were?
Probably 18, 19.
Okay.
So it's been a minute.
That's pretty cool. So first time ever playing on stage. You opened for Brantley Gilbert.
Right.
That's pretty impressive. When was it that you decided to take your own career and put your name out there?
I just wanted to dabble in the writing. And, I mean, it'd be cool to be famous and all that, but I just want people to be able to hear kind of like my story and what I'm trying to get across, and people that can relate to really enjoy it, My favorite part of playing shows is just listening to the people sing your original songs, and it's awesome.
I bet.
It gives you chills.
Oh, gosh, I'm sure it does. What about playing guitar? How long have you been doing that?
Since I was 17.
Now, was it easy?
No.
No?
Because I taught myself, so I was self-taught, so Google and YouTube really paved the way for me to be able to play.
Yeah, you were sitting in here, and a lot of people can play by ear, but a lot of people can't. Like, if they're really technical people, but you were just sitting here strumming along with every song, so, and to be self-taught, that's impressive, I think.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So you are Stephen Ashley. For those that are just tuning in, Stephen Ashley is here in the studio with us today as our artist spotlight. He is from Brazelton, Georgia. I laugh every time because I was calling it all kinds of weird names earlier. If you had to describe your music, you kind of got a heads up from Tony that I was going to ask you that. How would you describe it?
It's country, like a country and rock had a baby. I guess I'd be the baby. It's hard to explain. It's just so many different, like, my songs sound different. So, like I said, just the mood I'm in, and then that's what pretty much sparks it. But I guess I'd say more country than anything, because my voice kind of, the twangy, all that. So.
Yeah, and I just did, when I first heard you sing, I was like, that's crazy that you sound, because you do, like I said, you fit right in to, like, I think, like the 90s country, like the country. Yeah. That's very cool. You talked about your dad a little bit, and how he kind of sparked that interest, your mom. Talk about your family and what they have meant to you in your career.
Oh, awesome. They've supported me. Most of them supported me. There's always those ones that are like, oh, you need to do something real. But for the most part, my grandma's been amazing, especially helping me out. And, I'll be like, well, I got a show down here. And she'll be like, well, do you need gas money? Or, and I'm just like, well, sometimes I need it, so she really helps me out. But my mom's great, too. Helps me out. And then Karen Hall, she let me borrow her awesome minivan to come down here. This is my car, the tires kind of sketchy on it. So.
Yeah, I'm going to drive 5 hours on that. So, yes, Grandma. You told me a little bit about her, so hey to Grandma. So, you have people listening from all over the place. Your music is reaching all these places. What does that feel like?
It's awesome. So, you can't really believe it, but at the same time, it's kind of inspiring in itself to keep doing it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if people are really digging it that much, then you got to be doing something right and touching somebody, so.
Well, I would love to jump right in and hear a song.
All right.
You cool with that?
Yeah, I'm awesome with that.
Tell us about it a little bit.
This song is called Worn Out Strings, and it's pretty much about being a struggling musician, because people see you doing music and they think, oh, that's awesome. But there's a lot of stuff that comes with it and a lot of stuff you do give up, so.
All right.
It's just about the struggle, pretty much.
Okay, take it away.
Keep singing these songs, crying about heartache and pain, knowing it's all gonna sound the same, 'cause I ain't gonna change a damn thing. Keep living this life, full of smoky bars and neon lights, knowing that it all comes with a price. Lost everything I had them for the night. I'm not alright, 'cause I spent my whole life chasing burnout to my name but the songs I sing. If I could do it again, I'd do it all the same. Playing from a broken heart with worn out strings. Keep around these roads, the only place that's ever felt like home. There's no one left to keep me hanging on, no one there to miss me when I'm gone. I've had no one else to blame, I've had time to accept all my mistakes. Set fire to every bridge along the way, finally hating myself more every day. It's just too late, 'cause I spend my whole life chasing burnout dreams. Nothing to my name but the songs I sing. If I could do it again, I'd do it all the same. Playing from a broken heart with worn out strings. Spend my whole life chasing burnout dreams. Nothing to my name but the songs I sing. If I could do it again, I'd do it all the same. Playing from a broken heart with worn out strings.
Amazing job. That is Steve and Ashley, our artist spotlight this week in the studio. You guys can see what I'm talking about now. You got like that country voice, which I love. It is awesome. Awesome stuff. I told you I need you to do some Texas Tornado. I'm just kidding. I think you could kill that. I think you could kill some Tracy Barnes. So songwriting, that was amazing.
Thank you.
Writing, did it come like easy for you?
Some songs do and some songs don't. But yeah, it was hard at first trying to figure out how to put a song together, but I guess there's a little technique everybody kind of uses, and they find their own little way they like to do it.
Yeah. So did you like start writing around the same time you started singing?
I did. I tried to write my first song like 6 weeks after I picked up a guitar, and it was not very awesome.
Yeah, you remember what it was about?
It was about my dad.
Okay.
So.
That's awesome. So playing guitar, writing songs, is that something that you find yourself doing all the time now?
Pretty much. If I'm in a bad mood, I pick up my guitar. If I'm happy, I pick up my guitar. So I don't know, it's like a part of you, kind of.
Yeah.
It's just like a third hand.
Yeah, and I mean, talking to musicians, it's amazing to see like how much their music means to them. And like I couldn't, I write songs too, so I know a little bit, but like getting up on stage and you're playing these songs that, like that one, I mean that's an intense song that you just played. What does it feel like getting up there on stage and playing that and like bearing your soul and having everyone else hear it?
Yeah, you feel naked. You feel like you're just standing there naked in front of everybody, because everybody can see you.
Yeah.
And then some songs, sometimes you even do tear up, like singing a song you wrote, or then you feel like a giant baby in front of everybody, or so.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine you tearing up on stage.
Oh, yeah?
He's a big tough guy. But that's sweet. That's sweet, though, to me, and that shows that it means that much. And it's your word. So another thing is artists. A lot of them have different ways that they write. Do you have a particular process?
Kind of just my mood I'm in. Figure out what mood I'm in, and then I find a guitar progression, like a chord progression that I feel fits. Then I just write out what I want to say down on paper, and just write everything, whether or not it sounds stupid at the time, or just build a song from my feelings on the paper.
That's cool. So you almost like a journal, sort of,
Yeah,
and
pretty
then
much.
you make a song and make it rhyme and all that?
Right.
Very
Figure
cool.
out ways to say that word, be like, oh, I needed to rhyme. So.
Yeah, that's cool. So what do you go for first? Like, do you try to get a chorus or verse, or?
Yeah, it just depends on what comes to me, really. Choruses are always, I feel like they're easier to write than the verse, because the verse you got to build up to it, but I mean, sometimes the chorus just comes to you, and or the verse does, you know, vice versa.
Yeah.
I just did that.
Yeah. Do you, and I think I know the answer to this, when you're writing, especially artists that have, you know, been playing for years and years and years, and they're wanting to be a commercial artist, one day be Luke Bryan and all that, do you write for yourself, or do you also keep in mind that, you know, you are going to be playing these out, you're going to be putting these on an album? What do you think? Do you write for you, or do you keep in mind that the public's going to hear them and what they would like?
Some songs I've wrote for me, and I haven't even played them at a show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wrote a song about my dad passing, and then, you know, and I also wrote a song about my grandpa who died, and I only play that if my grandma's there.
Oh.
If my grandma's there, I play it, but other than that, really, I wrote that. Sometimes I'll write just for me to get over something,
Mm-hmm.
and then sometimes I'll have in mind what people will like, this little catchy tune or something, just try to go with that, so.
Yeah. Very cool. I didn't ask you this ahead of time, so kind of putting you on the spot. I told you that might happen. Has there been a random time that a song has come to you and that you have written a song, or a weird situation? Yeah, I've told my listeners this before. I wrote an entire song. I ended up winning a state award for it. I wrote it in high school in math class, and it ended up being, you know, a pretty cool song for me. And I was awful at math, which, you know, there you go. Why? Have you had something like that happen?
I dated this girl for a minute. And,
For a minute?
Yeah, it was a long minute, like a hot minute. It was a while, a couple years. And she broke up with me, and I was like, whatever, you know, younger, all heartbroken. You know, I hate my life. And then she calls me back like 2 years later and wants to try to work things out and go back out again. I told her no, and she said, "You're foolish." And I slammed the phone down. I was like, really? Like, who's the foolish one? I was like, you're the foolish one. So I sat there. I did not leave that table when I wrote a song called The Foolish One.
Oh, wow.
And I was just, when it's not that great, because, I mean, it was towards the beginning, but still, that's just
Has she heard it?
really angry.
Does she know about it?
But I hope she knows it's about her when she hears it.
I love it. I love it. That's, you know, like, you gotta use your music in ways. You
Right.
can use it in all kind of ways to get back at people and all that stuff. Has there been, have you woken up in the middle of the night with songs, or in the shower?
I'm a heavy sleeper,
Yeah.
so I don't wake up for much.
Mm-hmm.
You could come steal my TV and everything and take my bed covers from me, and I'd probably just still lay there.
But don't, if anybody's out there listening
Don't.
in the area. That wouldn't be good. I know you have people listening all over. So songwriting, we talked about that, and how it's you said it's kind of natural for
Yes.
you. Yeah. When you were growing up, did you write poetry or anything?
I didn't.
No.
No. And music, like I said, I was kind of mean back in high school. Music really helped me get that outlet.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then this is pretty much when I started writing, was when I stopped being such a angry person all the time. Because I had a way to get it out without, you know, beating up a tree, or the tree really beat me up.
Yeah. Bloody knuckles and stuff. So did you, when you first started writing, was it country? Or were you just kind of writing and then you realized it kind of went more to country?
I was just writing.
Mm-hmm.
But with a voice, like, my voice is kind of twangy, like I said, so
Yeah.
I don't have many options. Opera's out the question.
Yeah.
Some other things.
That's hilarious.
Might do a duet with Britney Spears one day, you know,
That
who
would be
knows.
cool. Yeah, she just did one with Iggy Azalea, I think, so
I don't even know who
you
that is.
never know. Yeah, that's okay. I don't even know. You're very funny. I would love to hear another song.
Another
Do
song?
you have time?
Yes.
I know you have time, but do you have one in mind?
I'll do Going Back to Me.
Okay, tell us about it.
It's well, I was in Nashville for a while. You know, I was planning on doing great things with my life, and I ended up homeless in Nashville.
Wow.
So that definitely went the way I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
So, and once again, my grandma and mom helped me out. You know, got me back to Georgia safely. But this song is just about pretty much missing Georgia.
Very cool.
So.
All right.
All this time I've been running away. That's how I ended up here in this place. The grass ain't always greener on the other side. Yeah, I'm sick and tired of all these city lights. I'm going back to where I belong, the only place that I call my home. Underneath Georgia's summer sky, where the fields roll on, miles and miles, standing on the red clay creek banks, listening to the frogs and the crickets sing me country lullaby. always said it was holding me down. It's the only thing between me and my dreams. Yeah, man, life ain't always what it seems. Going back to where I belong, the only place that I call my home, underneath the Georgia summer sky, where the fields roll on miles and miles, standing on the red clay creek banks, listening to the frogs in the creek sing me country lullaby. Yeah, man, it's sweet as amazing grace. It's what I need, going back to me. What I want ain't always what I need. What I was searching for is right in front of me. Going back to where I belong, the only place that I call my home, underneath the Georgia summer sky, where the fields roll on miles and miles, standing on the red clay creek banks, listening to the frogs in the creek sing me country lullaby. Yeah, man, it's sweet as amazing grace. It's what I need. Yeah, man, it's sweet as amazing grace. It's all I need, going back to me. Going back to me.
That's our artist spotlight this week. Stephen Ashley here in the studio. Another great song. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I'm so nervous. My voice is shaky. I just can't. I'm like,
No. Yeah, he was a little nervous coming in, but are you more comfortable a little bit?
still pretty nervous.
Okay.
To be honest.
Is this your first radio interview?
It is my first radio
Oh, I
interview.
didn't know that.
Yes.
Well, you're doing great. I promise.
Thank you.
You have to come back when you get more comfortable
Oh, yeah.
too.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
bring my
I
sunglasses
won't
next
scare
time.
you away.
No.
We'll come back.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's good. But it's really great to have you here. What were you saying before you started about Nashville?
Well, I went to Nashville with a friend, and we were going to go make it big, you know.
Mhm.
So we pretty much got together like $200 and book bag full of clothes and drove his busted van to Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were going to make it famous with that, you know.
Right.
So we get there, we're playing on the streets, and we end up being pretty broke, you know. My mom sent us with like ramen noodles and bagels, so, you know, we chowed down the first couple of days, and we're like, dang, we should have really rationed that out kind of better. So some days we'd have good days, you know, and we'd be able to get us a hotel room for the night, and some days we'd sleep in the back of his van.
Wow.
And he ended up coming back to Georgia because he was married, and his wife was like, you know, we really want you to come back. So
Yeah.
I was like, forget you, I'm staying, you know. It's like, I'm going to do this. And I ended up sleeping in the streets instead of the back of the van, which is awesome. And met a guy in Section 8 housing, and I slept in his kitchen floor. And we ended up coming back, and he ate all the gas money, but that's another story inside of itself. But, yeah. So pretty much we came back, and he ended up stealing a bunch of money from us and going to Mississippi, which was awesome, too.
Oh my gosh. But
Good stuff.
yeah, but talking about Nashville, for you to have had the passion to do that, first of all, to go in the first place, and people think of Nashville, you know, they hear, oh, Nashville, they see the TV show now that's on ABC.
Right.
It's not a lot like what you think, because you think of this glorious place for country singers, but it can be really tough for people, you know, that are just starting out. They want to do it, they don't have a lot of connections.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to decide that you want to do that was really brave in the first place. And then to stay when your friend said, I'm going back, you could have easily went back, but you just wanted it that bad.
Yeah. I just really don't think things through either. My mom will tell you that.
Yeah.
I just kind of jump into stuff I probably should
Yeah.
think a lot harder into.
Yeah, you might should have went with a little more than $200 to start
Probably.
with. But that's okay.
But I'd
you
do it
learned.
again.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you learned. And another thing about that is you went and you experienced that, but you still want to be an artist.
Right.
That's kind of, some people might think that's kind of crazy that you know, would stick to that dream. Why do you? I know the answer, but why do you?
I mean, it's really just all I got, to be honest with you. I mean, music is pretty much my everything. It's what keeps me sane. It's what keeps me from hanging out with old friends, you know. So it's pretty much, I mean, I tried to be a car salesman and all this other, and I just wasn't happy, really.
Yeah. Well, I have a lot of respect for you then, that you know, you love it that much. And that made you want to do it, and that's great. And that you still want to do it, I think that is very, very, very cool. Did you, I mean, while you were in Nashville, while you were playing, did you learn some things?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe musically, but also about yourself and about the business?
I learned that I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
And I did play at some places like Commodores and Tootsies, and
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, you really got to know somebody, or else it's a really long road.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but you're still on it, and I think that's cool. Talk about where you live up in Brazelton, and the music scene up there.
it's pretty nice, but it's growing fast, and that's never good. So we might need to move soon. But the music scene's pretty wide variety up there. It's like you got metalheads, and everybody wants to be rappers or country rap or country, and it's like, you know, like I said, just like a melting pot of music, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's got their own little flavor that they like.
Yeah. Are there a lot of venues up there?
Oh, there actually isn't.
No?
And a lot of the venues that I was playing at up there closed down. So that's not great.
Yeah. Well, one thing I know you told me before we started is you want to branch out more and start
Yes.
playing in other parts of Georgia and in other parts around. I'm
That'd be
sure
great.
as far as you can go. So what's your plan?
My dream pretty much is to just get like a big van and just go around, play bar to bar, and just whatever I make, you know, this gas to get to like the next venue or something. Just travel around for a little bit and play.
So you just love to play.
I love to
That's
play.
all you care about.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'm not like greatest singer. Like, I'm not on the level of a lot of these guys, but I just really want people to hear my stuff. You know.
Mm-hmm. Your songwriting is amazing, but your voice is too. You give yourself.
It's better when I'm
some
not really
credit.
nervous. I feel like you're glaring into my soul.
And I'm like, I think I'm a really nice person.
You are nice.
So I can't imagine why I give you that vibe, but now I'm laughing. I usually can keep my composure. Where was I? I don't even know. You taught me about glaring into your soul. And Tony's over here laughing at us too. Gosh, about your love to play.
Yeah.
You brought me a CD with a song, so you
Yes.
have been working in the studio some.
Mhm.
What's that been like?
It's been great. My friend's a huge help. We record that in his basement.
Mm-hmm.
And his wife plays the bass track, Julia Carroll, and David Cantrell's playing the drums, and Tony Carroll's the one that recorded it. He's singing some backup, and they really helped me out throw that together.
Yeah. What's it like for you? What was the process when you decided to go in and do it? Because I'm sure you've written a lot of songs.
Right.
Which song did you record, and why did you choose to do that
I
one?
did. It's like a beach sounding song, and
Okay.
it really is. That's really what's on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot, especially this time of year. And I figured my game was lacking a beach song, so
Yeah.
pretty much every famous person you hear on the radio, they have some kind of beach sounding song.
Very true.
I felt like maybe that was what I was missing.
Yeah. Okay. So I can't wait to hear it. Thank you for bringing it for me. So what are you hoping to get out of? Are you wanting to do an EP first, or go ahead and do an album? What do you think?
Just whatever comes first, really.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to play, really. So
Yeah.
whatever life throws at me, you know. I'm not looking to make millions, but if I can get by, you know, and just live, make it, you know, even if it's hard squeeze.
Yeah.
This music is what I want to do.
That's so cool. I love that you're that passionate about it. That really is really, really impressive. Do you have an idea of the album, EP, whatever? Do you know kind of what songs you want to put yet?
I have a
Or-
couple in mind,
Mhm.
but I'm pretty much just gauging off of what everybody connects to most at shows, like what people like more, or what they request or sing louder, you know.
Mhm.
And there's a couple I'd put on there just for me because, you know, I mean, I feel like, you know, I don't know, I feel like a storyteller kind of, and I don't want to waste my time like feeding everybody a bunch of bull crap. So I feel like I want people to know me.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm really impressed with your writing of your songs. They really are really great. What's been your favorite song that you've written? Do you have a favorite?
Probably I'm Doing, which is a newer one, and it's that more angry song.
Oh, okay.
And I was talking to him about playing that, but there is cussing in it, so I'm not. I think I'm doing pretty good right now.
You are. You haven't let me slip yet. He gave me a warning before we started, like just in case. When people go and watch a Stephen Ashley show, what do they get?
Awesomeness.
Okay.
No. I guess they get whatever they take out of it, like whether or not they like this song or that song. Everybody leaves with something different. I feel like kind of like church, you know.
Yeah.
You go there and listen to a message, and everybody leaves with a different little part.
Mhm.
That's kind of like what music is. It touches everybody some sort of way.
And
I
you
feel like
you
so.
do covers and yours?
I do covers. Yeah, I try to keep it kind of interesting. I play some stuff I probably shouldn't be playing.
Like
But then, I don't know, sometimes I'll break out some Eminem or Snoop Dogg.
I think that's cool.
And I play Steve Miller Band,
Mm-hmm.
the Joker,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Try to make it kind of entertaining.
Yeah.
Not too boring.
Is that important to you to have something that everyone can kind of
Yes.
take away,
Yeah.
like you said?
Mhm.
That's cool. That is cool. So, let's see. What are some of the venues that you love to play?
One of my favorite places I played at recently was in Snellville. It's called on the Tavern on the Main, I think.
Okay.
And that place was awesome. Great atmosphere.
You have a favorite show you've done?
With my grandma. Shows that my grandma shows up at. Like I said, it's like rare that she comes out, but whenever she's able to, it's real special.
Does she sit on the front row?
She sits towards wherever the bathroom is. So,
Is Grandma gonna bop you for saying that?
No, maybe. I think I'm gonna, I don't know.
Bear hugger.
I'll let her.
Make
Yeah.
it okay. Yeah. You told me that you're in the spot now in your career that you think you're ready for a band, right? So that's something that's going to be another step.
Yes, I struggle finding bands, but I mean Tony, Carol, and them have helped me out a lot, and they play shows with me, and they really help support me as far as if a place needs a band, a full band, they'll step in. But I am looking for full-time band members.
Yeah. Because it is different, isn't it, when you're up there? I thoroughly enjoy acoustic shows. I love to go and listen to an artist and be able to really hear them. But it is different as the artist when you get up there and you have the energy of a band. What do you prefer?
I'd much prefer going to listen to an acoustic show because
Yeah.
it's more intimate, but as far as playing, it's a lot more fun to have a band backing you.
Yeah.
It's because you can really move around. You're not like solidified to a stool or something.
Yeah, you could be the Garth Brooks of acoustic if you wanted, and
Maybe.
dance around with your acoustic guitar.
I'd end up getting hurt.
Yeah, that's funny. So it's wonderful to have you here again, and your story. I didn't even know about Nashville. You didn't even tell me about that before we started. So I've learned more about you than I even thought of. What's another song you want to play for us?
Oh, I know that my grandma's listening, so I might do my grandpa's song.
Okay,
I don't really know. I'll do the beach song. Want to hear the beach song?
you can do both of them.
Okay.
I told them we were just going to wing it. We never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we're gonna wing it.
Yeah. Okay, so which one are you going to play first?
I'll just do my grandpa's song first.
Okay.
It's called Grandpa's Song.
Heart's beating fast, there's a lump in my throat. Tears fill my eyes while memories flow. I'm running in circles, caught in a maze. I'm staring at you at the front of the church, not knowing how to feel when you no longer hurt. If you're at peace, why do I feel the pain? Your family and friends gathered here today to pay their respects to the life you made. Sitting around the table playing them card games, listening to the stories of your early days, and how you fell in love with my grandma. Made simple man with the softest heart, you never knew would catch you when you fall. Even though you've moved on, I'm proud to call you my grandpa. Strongest man I ever knew, I'd never seen him cry, even when he had a good excuse. He toughed it out until the end, 'cause even when he left, he comforted her by holding her hand. Your family and friends gathered here today to pay their respects to the life you made. Sitting around the table playing them card games, listening to the stories of your early days, and how you fell in love with my grandma. simple man with the softest heart you ever knew. Catch you when you fall, even though you moved on. Proud to call you my grandpa. When he called out your name, reached out his hand, knew this wasn't the end. It's where it begins. I can see you sitting around the table playing them card games, talking with your brother of your earlier days, how you can't wait to hold my grandma. Even though I've left never far, I'll always be there to catch you when you fall. Even though I've moved on, I'll always be your grandpa. Listen, boy, 'cause even though I've moved on, I'll always be your grandpa. I'll always be your grandpa.
Oh, that was so sweet. Yes. So I'm sure that means so much to your grandma.
It does.
To hear that. Oh, and was that hard to write for you?
It was,
Mhm.
yeah. It's
And I
even
bet-
harder to sing here.
I bet. But
It's,
thank you for doing that.
Oh yeah, no problem.
It shows even more, you know, you,
Yeah.
I think. I think that is sweet. We're going to play one more song. I'll give you a minute, though, to collect yourself, because I know that was very hard to do, but I love it. That was wonderful. You got some upcoming shows you want to tell
I
us
do.
about?
Tomorrow night I'm playing in Hamilton Mill at Star City Cantina. It starts at 8.
And you play a lot around up there?
This is my second time playing in Hamilton Mill at that place, but yeah, it's pretty much like my stomping grounds. It's like a 40-mile circle in there. I'm trapped in that little bubble.
That's okay. So you do have a Facebook page.
I do have a Facebook
Are
page.
you good about posting on there?
Dan from Georgia Country is. So,
He handles it for you.
yeah, I'm not good with Facebook, or I'm horrible. I'm a horrible texter. Everything. I don't know.
It's okay. But people can go to your Facebook
They
page
can.
and keep up to date with what you're doing.
Yes.
Okay, and tell us what that is.
It's facebook.com/Stephen Ashley Music.
Okay, and it's STEPH.
Yep, Stephen PH.
Okay, making sure everybody knows that. So check out facebook.com/Stephen Ashley Music. Go give him a like if you're listening in. Go let him know that you heard him on our show and that you enjoyed it. And if they want to book you for a show, that's always available too, right?
Yes, they can always inbox me. Let me know. So.
Miss it. He's not up on the Facebook lingo, I don't think.
My Facebook game is not strong.
It's okay. It's okay. But you are interested in coming even down to South Georgia?
Yes, I'm willing to travel. As long as it covers the gas, I'm going. I'll
Yeah.
be there.
All right.
So.
You heard it right here. So make sure to get him. So you said you do have the beach song. I think that's
I do have the
perfect
beach
because a
song.
lot of people are going to be going to the beach soon or whatever.
Yep.
I'm going to the beach on my honeymoon. So there you go. I would love
If you
to
have
do
an
it.
extra ticket, I mean, I'm your guy.
Yeah, I don't. Sorry. So
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Okay. So tell us about this song.
This is just a really cliche country song. to
Is
be
it
honest.
called the beach song?
It's called "Working on This 9 to 5."
Okay.
It's like you know how like you'll be working and just everybody has that dream vacation they want to go on,
Right.
and they plan on taking that special someone there,
Mhm.
so or themselves because seafood buffets are awesome.
Yeah.
They are. That's what I look forward to. People are like, "We're going to the beach." I'm like, "Awesome seafood buffet."
There you go. There you go.
I can see myself somewhere by the beach in a lawn chair, breathing in that sweet summer air. There'll be a day when the tide washes all my cares away as the sun sinks over the bay. But I'm stuck here working 9 to 5. The only thing that gets me by is I can see myself, toes in sand, sun on my face, a cold beer in my hand, watching the waves crashing down. Yeah, you and me, laughing out loud, teasing each other, chasing you around, still in a kiss as sunset fades. On baby, them better days will come time. Working on this 9 to 5. Trace reach for margarita, make the two for my senorita. One of them funny urbans on the side. I trade these work boots for some sandals, and this flashlight for some candles, so we can get that mood set just right. But I'm stuck here working 9 to 5. The only thing that gets me by is I can see myself, toes insane, sun on my face, cold beer in my hand, watching waves crashing down. Yeah, you and me, laughing out loud, teasing each other, chasing you around, stealing a kiss and sunset face. Oh baby, them better days will come time, working on this 9 to 5. Cause I can see myself, toes insane, sun on my face, cold beer in my hand, watching the waves crashing down. Yeah, you and me, laughing out loud, teasing each other, chasing you around, stealing a kiss and sunset face. Oh baby, them better days will come time. Yeah baby, them better days will come time. Working on this 9 to 5. Working on this 9 to 5.
I love that. That was great. You are an amazing songwriter.
Thank you.
I've got to say. I was fully waiting on the seafood buffet to be a part of the
I know, I just love them. I would put it in there. Everybody knows I'm fat.
I was waiting on it.
I'd have to put it in there.
Like sharing the seafood buffet. Like I was just waiting on it.
That could be another verse, like David Allen, you know, just talk
That's right.
into it.
That's right. I'm just kidding. That was great though, and it makes me want to go to the beach even more. So
Right.
that's good stuff. And that is a song you recorded?
Yes, that's the song I recorded.
All right, cool. So we can play it and like put it in the
Yes,
stuff
whatever
to
you
play.
like, yep.
Okay, whatever I'd like. That's good. All right, so Steve and Ashley, I have thoroughly enjoyed having you here, and Tony. Tony didn't get to say much this time, but it's great to have him here with you also, and for coming all this way. I know it was a good drive for you, but it
It's
means
been
a
fun.
lot.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Thank you, and I didn't know it was the first interview.
Yeah,
so.
I'm still nervous. I'll be nervous all the way home, and I'm gonna be a wreck, so.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. And it did sound wonderful, and it was great to have you here. And I know you're only getting more confident too.
Right.
The more of these that you do, so
Yeah.
you'll come back, right?
I'll be back.
Even though.